This has to be at least the 10th attempt at doing the intro of this video. But what is up, guys? ZapBoomKill here, and I got some more little turd stories for you guys. Last week, I talked about pretty much dipping my hands into paint and then putting those very nicely white, fresh hands on a black Mercedes of our painter. And yeah, I'll link that in the description, so if you're interested, go ahead and watch that. But this week, I'm going to talk about pretty much escaping my teacher. But anyways, when I was 6, I believe that was before we moved, somewhere around there, somewhere around that age. Before we moved to the United States, I obviously all I knew was German, and I now know English, obviously, and German. And so all I knew was German back then, and obviously no one in the United States actually talks German. So my parents hired this tutor woman, and she came around probably once every week or something like that, probably more often. And she tried to teach me English by doing kind of fun things with me, obviously, because I was like 6 or 5 or 7. I was pretty young, and obviously I was a little child, and learning a whole new language and learning quite a lot at that age is pretty hard. I mean, obviously, if you live there and you actually do it from day to day, speak the language, and you know a little bit already, it's obviously going to be a lot easier. But anyway, so she did a bunch of stuff, like she brought toys and stuff that like American toys, typical American toys, and we did some of that stuff. And when she always did that, I don't know why, but I was incredibly bored. I mean, she'd actually like take me on walks. I wouldn't do anything stupid. But anyway, let me just really get into it. So I was so bored some of these days because well, I thought everybody there was gonna actually talk German. I'm like, screw you, bitch. This is not gonna be a problem. Everybody here is going to understand me just fine. And at 6 or 7, you really don't understand that people in different countries actually don't speak the same language as you. And even, I mean, especially in a small ass freaking country like Germany, nobody's gonna speak German. I mean, there's like 3 countries or 4 countries in the world that actually speak German fluently, completely, and everything. But so what I did after just about every other session with her, like what you also have to understand is that my grandparents live like 2, 3 houses away, and we still live in the same house that we did before we moved. And basically, I don't know why, but she would sometimes take me over there. So my grandpa, when my parents weren't there, they could somewhat watch over me so that I didn't do anything stupid. But I still did because, well, sometimes what I do is I would kind of ditch the teacher when she was just not looking or whatever, and I'd run into the woods because there's a woods right behind our houses, and I'd kind of run in there, and there's a path you can run, and you can get to our house, and that's what I did. I kind of escaped. Then I went into our house. I don't know how. I probably had there was some key lying around, and I went inside, and I don't know whatever I did. So sometimes what I would do is I would just take a nap. I would just literally just go to sleep. I don't know how I did it. I mean, I have trouble going to sleep on school days, school nights, and I don't know how I did that, but it was pretty funny in my opinion. So I pretty much ditched her, ran away, escaped. I took naps so I didn't have to learn or anything. And it turns out the easiest way to actually learn a language is to be the young, really young, and as young as possible. You got to be young as possible. I mean, if you're in your 50s and you're trying to learn a new language, you're gonna have some serious troubles. But I was like really young when I was learning English, and I just moved there to the United States, started learning the stuff, and stuff turned out really well because, well, in my opinion, I speak some pretty good English. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little turd stories, and please leave a like if you did enjoy. It would really help my channel grow. And I'm out, guys. See you later.
Five.